Representative Lauren Boebert was mocked online for making Trump's $83 million judgment about men. On Friday, a jury awarded E. Jean Carroll $83.3 million in damages after Trump had defamed her back in 2019. He accused her of being a liar, a crazy person, Democratic operative. I mean, you name it. All right. Now, the judge in a previous case had ruled that Trump was liable for sexually abusing Carroll in the 1990s at a Bergdorf department store. And this case was simply about how much damage it would take for Trump to stop doing that. Just shut your mouth, stop defaming her. How much money is it going to take? So far, $83.3 million. Then again, I don't know how long it's going to shut him up for. I mean, he's already going to appeal the case, so it's going to be tied up in the courts for some time. So there's a good chance that maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, he'll, be unable to resist the temptation to go onto Truth Social and start saying things about E. Jean Carroll. I wouldn't be surprised. Really, it's just a matter of how long it's going to take before that happens. Now, that said, Lauren Boebert took the judgment in a different direction, asking what it means for men. Now, as a man, okay, I'm listening to your question, and I'm going to answer it. But first, she wrote, "The precedent that it sets for men in this country is absolutely terrifying. It is truly unbelievable how weaponized our system of justice has become." So, as a man, is this terrifying? No. Perhaps if you were a rapist, someone who goes around sexually abusing women and then bragging about it, then yes, this is absolutely terrifying. Oh my God, I'm being held accountable. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh, how dare you hold me accountable? But for the vast majority of men, this has no negative impact on us whatsoever. At the end of the day, Donald Trump didn't even get prison time for what he did. This was a civil lawsuit, okay? He lied about Miss Carroll and what he did to her over and over again. Made her a target for his fans. Dragged her name through the mud. That's not a good thing. And again, that's after he sexually assaulted her. Years and years ago, decades ago. So, what does this mean for men? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Again, the vast majority of men are not rapists. The vast majority of men do not sexually assault women. Okay? So they wouldn't have to worry about being accountable for their actions because they're not doing those actions that Donald Trump had done. Again, they don't have to worry. This is not a new precedent. This is not an example of a weaponized justice system. This is an example of a justice system that actually had failed to hold Trump accountable back during those days. And when she came clear and opened up and said, this is what happened to me, he defamed her, lied about her, and then she was able to actually take him to court for that defamation. That's it. Again, the lesson here is don't defame someone. Don't rape them and then defame them. Very good lessons. Now, I want to get to some of the responses here from Twitter/X. One person says a woman who married a sex offender who showed his, genitals to kids in a bowling alley, hid her child being abused, and jerked off a drag queen bar owner in a room full of children. So, wow, that's
Sexual anarchy.
There you go. So, Lauren Boebert, her ex-husband, doesn't exactly have the most stellar record on this. In fact, another pointed out, you married a person with a history of sexual offenses, so it's not surprising that you support someone who's been found liable for rape. It's almost like, she surrounds herself with the wrong type of men. Another person says, remember, Trump said he never met her, yet there are photos of them together. It's hard to believe him when he's been proven to be a liar. I always love the never met them, don't know them, coffee boy, coffee girl, whatever, low-level staffer, never heard of him, and then there's always pictures. There's always pictures. It's hilarious. I love it. Now, another person says, after claiming she wasn't his type, he misidentified a picture of him with her as being one of his ex-wives. I believe that was Marla Maples. So, yeah, wow. Another points out how 26 other women have accused him too. Are they all liars? Now, the MAGA chuds would say, yes, they're all lying. They're just chasing a payday. Right. Okay. It is so difficult for someone to come out and accuse a very powerful person of sexual abuse or assault. Again, you got to go through the entire court process. It's all, very, very public. Their names, of course, are, get well known, spread around. Sometimes their personal information gets spread around. And there's a lot of hatred. There's a lot of emails and messages and even phone calls and people showing up, sometimes at their houses to, accuse them or even assault them or threaten them. Not an easy situation, all right? Look, reporting a sexual assault or a rape to the authorities is already a difficult thing. This is not even that. This is just saying, please don't lie about me and say that you didn't do this thing to me. I never got a redress for this grievance, right? I never got my chance in court to hold you accountable for what you actually did to me. The least I can do is hold you accountable for what you've said about me and for lying about it and saying that it never happened. It did happen, and now we've proven that it did happen, and now you need to stop lying about it. This is what happened here. This is what happened here. Okay? Again, Trump, serial liar. Another person says, you might want to sit this out. Speaking to Boebert, of course. And then finally, speaking as a man, I'm not scared at all. And that right there, once again, I agree with. Because, again, most of us, the vast majority of us, men are good people and are not sexual abusers. There are just a few very powerful people in powerful positions. They give a lot of us a bad name. That said, Lauren Boebert defends those very people because apparently rapists and sexual abusers are all she knows and all she hangs around.